where he was giving away opportunity after opportunity with his item timing, with his positioning. Here, not going to be punished nearly as hard. Gonna be caught out by the warm-up.
It really did come down to Leshka.
Oh, wait.
Either mistiming or just hoping that he was going to get that mega, and this is never advisable. Puffdar spawning down in the middle. Already taking a little bit of damage, so that means that he can steal away that 50 right off the bat. He's got rockets. We've got Leshka with rockets, LG, and rails, so he's well primed for this play over Mega. A play that it looks like Puffdar is at least going to make an appearance on before ducking back over towards red, which means that Leshka can move in on the red and force the fight to come to Puffdar right off the bat, and he brings it right to him. He's got none of the fear that he had initially in DM5.
Leshka with the love tap, and I'm sure he's a happy boy with this start. 6 seconds to the red. He's actually going to wait by the teleporter, gets caught out and up in the rear end. He's shunted. That's going to eat into what should have been a monumental stack advantage. Instead, it's minor, it's modest, still, it's something.
He's going to have to make the best out of that something that he can. He's able to take away Mega without much of a fight, but man, these rails coming from over the top, especially putting Leshka down in that place, pretty much guaratees you some more free damage. Nice denial of the move through the 50 health, as he's able to take away that red armor. So that'll put him back up at the top of the map. Puffdar's looking a little bit weaker and a little bit more at a loss for where he needs to be. He's looking now for that all-important 50 to come up, but there's Leshka as well. Through the teleporter, there's going to be no escape for him, as we have the third frag in a row for Leshka as he starts to make his revenge. But it's just the beginning. Puffdar has plenty of time here.
And this is where we want to see the tenacity of Puffdar that he showed right at the end of that last game. Bringing it back, had 2 frags to make up in 2 minutes. Okay, not the biggest ask, but then to turn that into a 5 frag advantage. We're going to see what he can do. For the moment, stifled.
And reset for sure. As he's coming back into the red, he doesn't have timing on. He doesn't have timing on the Mega either. But there will technically be an opportunity for a trade if Puffdar can be cognizant enough of it. But there's the red at least. A lot of it getting knocked down, but no! Leshka also slow on the grab for the Mega. I mean, Puffdar's in a shitty position now, but that's 2 items that Leshka was not able to get away with.
And the LG to send him away brings these stacks all the closer. And it is at a point where the range is scary, where Leshka cannot walk into a fight willy-nilly. It'd be arrogant to do so. Out of that teleporter, gets a better start on the rail as well.
Perfectly fair, standing in front of a teleporter is a little bit ballsy as well. But he turned out fairly alright as a result of it. He's able to jump up, get a grab for the EV, and nice timing on the yellow armor. That also gave him some momentum out of the teleporter. But he's not entirely sure where Leshka's going to be setting up. Well, top of grenade launcher is going to be a good start for him. But now he's going to be out of EB completely. I'm not sure if Puffdar has any way to be aware of that, but it's certainly going to be a good advantage here. And he's tossing some pancakes his way. Oof. Yeah, he's definitely on tilt there, and there's the first frag. 3 minutes and 20 seconds into the map. And again, like you mentioned earlier, this is match point for Puffdar. He could be going home with all of the prize monies?
No.
Maybe? No prize monies this time around?
With all of the honor. Well, maybe. I honestly don't know. It wouldn't be a lot. But all of the honor, all of the bragging rights, and it's looking like he wants that sooner rather than later for the score. He's bringing it back. And in a most entertaining fashion around that corridor. Probably not the best idea, but it's the red for him. All the same.
Nice angle play here out of Leshka, though. Able to stay pretty defensive with these rockets. Drop it down for the LG. Kind of puts him out of position for the Mega. He's going to be coming in on the cubby, but yeah, it's not going to be for free at all as he loses out all of his armor. Fortunately for him, yellow armor came right back up. Decent timing. Great, brilliant rocket there as well, but look left when he should be looking right as Puffdar comes through the 50 and starts doing a bit of damage himself. But the sheer momentum out of Leshka is doing him so many favors right now.
First rocket will give him pause, and the plasma thought it might have done more so, but Leshka coming up big with that rail as well. Oh, what a man he is.
The curb stomp of a rail there.
It's the kind of rail that makes you lose hope.
The best thing about being in a TV server is that you get all the extra peanut gallery nonsense-y goodness. Just brilliant. All right, so 5 minutes left. 7-on-2. Puffdar. I want to say that the random, or not random, but predicted EBs are really giving Leshka a huge edge here in a way that they weren't really in DM5. It's certainly going a different way for different reasons.
Well, I was expecting wdm2 to be a real task for him, because the LG is going to be weaker. I think his rocket's probably equal. But you're absolutely right, and as is Chad, it is the EB, the rail, that's making the difference right now. And Puffdar, unable to find the kind of engagement he's comfortable with.
Well, you can tell he's looking for it. He's definitely pacing himself out a little bit more now. So stack or no stack, he's looking for these opportunities. But anytime you come up that jump pad, anytime you commit to the red armor room, you're sort of asking for a fight whether or not you want it. A bit of an unexpected fight there, actually, but the 50 is available, and there's no trap from Leshka this time around. But he's still, I mean, he's making the same mistake that Leshka made in the last map, actually. He's looking for a mega that may or may not happen. But there's the frag, starting to bring it back up. 7 frags to go, but we've seen more than that happen today.
We have, and we could be seeing it again. Puffdar with an uncharacteristic string of missed LG, the EB not connecting either. It is getting to a point where time isn't the main enemy at this point, but it's a factor, it's consideration even more so when the gap is extended to 7. Leshka has made a dramatic turnaround.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I like all this chasing coming from Puffdar. I mean, he's not getting punished for it too often here, but I think that's mostly just a function of Leshka just playing just a, you know, meat and potatoes sort of map play. It's always interesting with Warsaw where you do get up to that point of speed where you don't really need to actually engage ever. You just have these fights and the damage just happens and you don't really stop and you just keep doing your route. It used to be a lot more extreme than this now, actually. They're, you know, playing with the old weapon balance on things like Acid wdm2, which is just ridiculous.
Finally, Puffdar is able to get a frag. He was immediately refragged, but refragged. Put him at a net 1 frag gain, 9 to make up in 2 minutes. It really is go time.
But this could give us a tiebreaker here.
Yes, it would be game 4. No, game 3 of a potential 4.
Right.
And Leshka would be guaranteeing he doesn't get swept. Puffdar with the EB looked good, and then he walks into well, a rather unfortunate rocket. And at this point,
from our perspective, we can say pretty easily where, you know, you really need to be looking at when you're making these hits happen as well, because it always sucks if you're able to do so much damage, but then you get fragged and your opponent's able to take away all the items for free. Yeah. But of course, when you're in the midst of it, it's really difficult to create the situations at the time you need to create them. But it's going to be forfeited out there. 18-on-5, giving the first map point over to Leshka finally.